Hello everyone and welcome to another Hallyu Caesar review. Tonight I am reviewing Chemistry Fluxx in the continuation of the many Fluxx variations. We have another addition to the kind of educational line that they've been doing, and I really enjoyed the math Fluxx. I really enjoyed the different elements that it added to the game, and the fact that it really incorporated the math theme, I thought, very well as the meta rules for that game. So how does Chemistry Fluxx compare? Let's take a look. This game, I don't like it quite as much as the math Fluxx. That may have something to do with the fact that I'm really not good at chemistry, or never been really great at it. But I still really enjoy the theme, the incorporation of how they incorporated the theme into Chemistry Fluxx. So what's new in the game? You can go look up basic Fluxx rules. Basically, you're drawing a card, playing a card, and as the game goes on, you change rules. You can change the goal of the game, and you're trying to collect different keeper cards. And there's different action cards that change that up. So, the very first thing, the meta rule included in Chemistry Fluxx is the goal foundry. And I actually really like this. Again, one of my least favorite things about Fluxx is that sometimes in the old versions of Fluxx, the games could just go on, and they can kind of drag out a little bit. I feel like in these newer versions, they're including a lot more cards that kind of help with that and make it so that the games actually don't end up being quite as long. So I really like that. So this one allows you to, once per turn, discard as many gold cards as you choose and then draw that many cards. Free action. Really enjoy playing with that. There's some really fun new rules in Chemistry Fluxx, especially this one, the helium effect. If you have helium in front of you, everything you say must be in a high-pitched voice. If you fail, you must give the helium to another player. So, yes, it is very fun. Love it. This one, Compound It. This one's really cool too, but not being, if you're not very familiar with the different compounds, then it's not going to be as useful. But it rewards those people, I guess, that know what they're doing, or maybe can get away with fooling everyone around the table that they know what they're talking about. This new rule is kind of fun too. Lab coat bonus if you're wearing an actual lab coat, or if you have the lab coat keeper in front of you, draw one extra card during your turn. So some fun new rules. The keepers, very basic. You have the different elements. And yeah, I don't know really much else to say about that. The goal cards are usually, as you can see, a different combination of the keeper cards, and have some basis in the actual elements to that. Sand, cleaning solution, NH3. Limestone, the explosion, sodium, hydrogen, and oxygen. So pretty cool. It kind of helps you learn the different compounds of the elements that you're playing with. So cool. There's some goals also oriented or situated with the keepers that are not elements, like the lab coat and goggles and such. We have a couple more of those keepers over here. The flask, the Bunsen burner. Can't have a chemistry game without a Bunsen burner. Some of the fun actions in the game: take a card at random from another player's hand and play it, and research an element. I like this one. Name an element that appears on a keeper, and all players must look through their hands for any goals that require the specific element you named. If any, they must give all such goals to you. And if no one has one, you still get to draw a card. So those are some of the highlights, according to me, from Chemistry Fluxx. It is another great option for Fluxx. And if you like Fluxx and like chemistry, I highly recommend it. I think you'll really enjoy it. Again, I think I'd rate this underneath the math Fluxx, but still one of my favorite Fluxx games to play because it is educational, and I feel like these newer games just have some actions and meta rules and things like that that help the game stay a little more concise but still chaotic, still really fun, and that is Chemistry Fluxx, and that is how Lou sees it.